On today's episode,
Legacy Hunter. We are the backbone of America. We are not afraid of getting our hands a little dirty. We work hard for what we have. We are where Scripture takes action. We are average Joes. Your land and our land are the hunting grounds.
The Hunting Grounds is brought to you by Everett Chevrolet of Northwest Arkansas, Bedford Cameron Video, Morrell Targets, Hook, Line, and Sinker Outdoors, and by these fine sponsors.
Welcome back to the Hunting Grounds. We've made it down to deer camp. Come along with us this week on our adventures here at deer camp. Also, let's go back to the spring and go on some turkey hunts.
Deer camp.
Deer camp. Deer camp. Can you see it? Deer camp!
Grew up in the South where they call it hometown. 12-inch subs, double flow, turn down. Spend every last dime just to shine up your truck. Waste all your money when your buddy gets
Down here at deer camp, Kyle's all about the four-wheeler riding. Steven's all about hunting. I just want to relax. But it's all fun all around. So I like to deer hunt, I like to four-wheeler ride. So the more we stay down here, the better it is for me.
The thing I love about this time of year is the camaraderie I have with my fellow workers I work with and the kids that I've helped raise from boys to man, and just being out here in the woods, four-wheel riding, cooking, hunting, just walking around and just enjoying the nature.
I was sitting there filming what looked like to be the mother of all yellow jackets. Ended up probably being the mother of all yellow jackets because where I'd cleared out the leaves to set, I guess I'd stirred up a nest, and they usually have 2 exit holes at least, and I think she came out of another exit hole. I'm sitting there filming her, all of a sudden, man, right underneath my leg, they start crawling out. I mean 20, 30, plus they're swarming about 10 feet out in front of me.
Well, after close to about 20 years of coming to deer camp, it's some of the toughest hunting you'll ever run into, but we eat good, we have fun, and that's what we do. We get out here with our friends and family, get away, get out in God's creation for a little bit, and just relax.
So right now it's cold, but a lot of times during deer camp we do have some time whenever it's great weather, and my agenda is a little bit different. You see, I like to come down and hunt, but I love to get on those trails, see what's around every bend, and learn the lay of the country out here. It's amazing. They'll also sit around the campfire, see what's going on with everybody, what's happened throughout the year, and enjoy the stories that never get old.
So Kyle's goal every year is to get us on as many trail rides as he possibly can, explore new trails, and here we go.
The four-wheeler rides, they're awesome. We get to go all sorts of places, through creeks, up rocks, everywhere. It's fun.
so much, you see. I'm just trying to get a lady, take her home with me. She's an 8, she's a 9, she's really gonna test my rear. I think about country girls so fine. Drinking that down, no gloves, better pack your clothes. It might take a while. I like it in the night, I like it in the day. I like it when they wiggle and they squirm, and I got them trying to get away.
Now at deer camp, there's some of us that hunt, there's some of us that just come to eat, And there's some of us like Kyle that just come to ride four-wheelers.
My fishing hole, put a line in the water, gonna watch that bobber go down. Yeah, all she gotta do is give me just one.
Hi, I'm Susie Everett with Everett Chevrolet, here with just one simple message. If you want a better way to buy a new Chevy, just come see us. You'll love the way we do business. Our customers have said it's the best car buying experience they've ever had, and we work hard to make sure every customer feels that same way. And so does Bo, although you might catch him taking a nap. Family owned, customer friendly, Everett Chevrolet in Springdale, I-540 at Elm Springs Road.
Hey guys! Hey guys!
View our videos at thg-tv.com. Follow us on Twitter at THGTV. Like us on Facebook as The Huntin Grounds. Follow us on Instagram at THGTV.
I'm glad he's laughing. You broke that stick over there. You're supposed to throw a stick at his face.
When it comes to that shot of a lifetime,
And archery becomes more than an obsession.
And shooting is more than just a game.
Perfect practice. We'll make perfect shots.
nobody beats morale.
Nobody.
Nobody beats morale.
So Mackay's got a friend, his name's Colby. He's still got a tag to fill, figured might as well get him out. We've got the cameras, I've got an extra cameraman. We can probably put this turkey on film.
So Cage called me up. He said that they had gotten a bird earlier that day and asked me if I wanted to go fill my tag up at one of his cousin's place, I believe. And so I got out of school. That was my last day, and we headed on up to the property. And we got there, and man, there were turkeys everywhere. We put a spot and stock on a couple of them, but it didn't happen. I forgot to load a shell one of the times, and they're never gonna let me live that one down, so they nicknamed me Click.
So we went out to this great piece of property, put a couple spot and stalks on some turkeys. We were unsuccessful. We've actually spotted a big tom. We've already nicknamed Colby Click because he forgot to load his gun once. This hunt, nothing's gonna mess it up. And that big tom is coming in hot, and we're gonna put the smack down on him.
So as it was getting closer to dark, we found these birds out here coming to the roost, and there was a big old tom with them. He was coming in, and I happened to think what happened earlier, didn't load a shell, and wouldn't you know, I didn't load it again.
Yeah, you hit the door.
So I got loaded up, and that bird was coming in. He came into about 50 yards, a little far for the old 20 gauge, but I was comfortable with the shot, so I went ahead and took the shot, and he ran off.
So Colby lived up to his name, Click. That first turkey he forgot to load his gun on. That second one came in. As it was coming in, he forgot to load his gun again, so we loaded up. Still, something had to go wrong. Hit that barbed wire fence. Somehow that turkey miraculously got away.
Hi, I'm Susie Everett, inviting you to come see the all-new 2014 Chevy Silverado at Everett Chevrolet. The all-new Silverado delivers power, performance, and style with a great new look, a new interior, and more industry-leading features. Take a test drive and discover the difference. The all-new 2014 Silverado. Check it out today at your family-owned, customer-friendly dealer, Everett Chevrolet in Springville, I-540 at Elm Springs Road.
Okay, good luck, guys. Shoot straight. I've been a guide and an outfitter for most of my life. I developed a scientific product called Nose Jammer. It's not a scent eliminator or a chemical spray. Nose Jammer has concentrated levels of vanillin and other organic compounds found in the woods you hunt. The smell jams the olfactory gland in an animal's nose, so all he smells is his natural environment.
Vincent Productions, proud to be the post-production house of the Huntin grounds, providing audio, video, web, and design solutions in the Northwest Arkansas area and beyond. Visit us online at vincentprod.com. How do you save a life and find your best friend in one step? Adopt from your local animal shelter. Please donate food, bedding, or financial contribution to help their stay be a little bit better. Like us on Facebook for upcoming events and how you can help.
What makes SpyPoint trail cameras the most advanced scouting products on the market? Live 3G cell phone transmission for viewing your photos anywhere in the world. New black flash LED lights will not spook game at night. 7-zone sensors for faster trigger speeds and centered images. A removable inner unit for viewing your photos on the go or in your stand. And wireless data backup capabilities in the case of camera theft. Get the point? Get SpyPoint.
If you're going to try to condition your deer to knowing that you have a year-round food source on your property by planting food plots, it's essential that you have some kind of year-round system set up for them. One of the killer combinations that we use on any of our properties is the Eagle Seed soybeans. They're a great year-round food source because in the spring and summer, they don't just grow the normal length of your farm soybeans. They're going to grow a lot further, and they're going to put up with a lot more browse than your conventional soybeans. Now these soybeans, when they are growing, are highly attractive to deer. You can see deer in our food plots all day long throughout the entire year. As that first freeze and frost comes into the season, the leaves will turn yellow, they'll drop, allowing these soybean pods to still be on the soybeans, and it makes a later in the year food source for the deer. Now this food plot I'm in right now didn't have the best growing season this year. It was hit by early drought, followed by some massive floods, followed again by another drought. It was kind of hard to keep the deer out. The soybeans weren't producing like I wanted to. I put a barrier system around this food plot to keep the deer out, but essentially I wanted them to get in here and I wanted them to benefit from this nutrition because there wasn't a whole lot out there in the woods for them to browse on. So I took down the fence, allowed them to come in and hit these soybeans. You can see I still got 1.5 foot, 2 foot growth out of these soybeans. They are loaded with bean pods. Even the soybeans that are only 4 to 6 inches tall in this food plot have bean pods on them. Now currently the deer aren't hitting on these bean pods, but they're coming in, they're hitting on this Eagle Seed winter wheat that we planted and some of this Eagle Seed broadside mix. We've kind of combined those two seed products in this food plot. They're coming in, they're hitting on this, they're leaving these soybeans, but I can promise you later in the season, we see it every single year. They're going to come in, they're going to hit on these soybean pods, especially if we get any kind of snow on the ground. They're sticking up through, they don't have to do any work to get to them. It's going to be a late season food source for them, guaranteed. Now another great thing about using the Eagle Seed soybean combination between their soybeans, their winter wheat, or their broadside mix is these soybeans are Roundup ready. Now, a few treatments in the spring allows these soybeans to get out-compete any kind of weeds growing below because they just shade out the canopy, allowing these soybeans to really produce well without any kind of competition throughout the summer and the early spring. And then you come back in later in the season, we hand broadcast winter wheat and the broadside mix in here because we like to have that winter wheat mixture a little bit heavier, and that stuff's growing up. Now essentially what you're doing is you're never cleaning the plate. That's a key factor in making sure you hold your deer on your property year round, whether it be big property or small property.
Well, we looked down and this barbed wire strand is going nuts. Whether that had anything to do with me missing, I don't know, but the bird got away. So I didn't want to let Steve down and I wanted to show him what I was all about, so I went out the next morning and tried to get a bird down on film by myself. So my luck was going good so far and saw some birds out there, and wouldn't you know, I forgot my calls this time. So I was there yelping away with my mouth, as awful as it was sounding. The luck sort of changed. I watched these birds get off the roost and they weren't really headed my way. So they went behind a hedgerow and I kind of snuck around the edge of the field and got set up. And so I just kind of started yelping away with my mouth, and boy, before I knew it, I saw a couple red heads coming my way. Seen him out there in that field strutting around and stuff, and I like I said, I didn't have my mouth calls or anything, so I couldn't call them in, but they was heading across this field, and finally I was around a bend back there, and they came around the bend, and so I figured they was out in this field piddling around, so I just snuck up along the edge, and I got to this little crossing up here and saw them out there, so I just kind of ducked down and got back in the woods a little bit, and like I said, I didn't have my mouth, or no calls at all, so I just started kind of yelping with my mouth, and all of a sudden I just seen some heads popping up right in here, and I was trying to make sure I had him on the frame of the camera, and I think I got him on that left side, but it's just a Jake. There was a Tom with him earlier, but these 5 Jakes, I think, chased him off. He was limping, so. But I'm pretty happy that I got it on film by myself and got it done. So.
The Hunting Grounds is brought to you by Everett Chevrolet of Northwest Arkansas, Bedford Cameron Video, Morrell Targets, Hook, Line, and Sinker Outdoors, and by these fine sponsors.
So we eat better than most deer camps. We cook a lot of food, and it's some of the best food that you'll ever taste. Between some of the perfectionists of Andy and some of Jeff Carter, we always eat good.
Food down here at deer camp is nothing short of gourmet. We eat good, and Dutch oven cooking is nothing but the best.
So the cooking this year has been more about us youngins cooking, I think, but we did all right, and I can actually produce a little bit of food as long as I get people to leave me alone, you know, don't have Steven and Andy, you know.
Well, deer camp, there's a whole lot to be said about deer camp and a whole lot that doesn't leave deer camp. But man, it's the one time of year we have a blast, and as soon as we leave, we look forward to going back the next.
There's so much to be thankful for, but most of all, it's all about family and friends and being able to get outside and actually be with them and share moments and traditions with family and friends and go hunting.
I'm thankful for all my family and friends that support me and all the things that God has provided me.
I'm thankful for being able to get together with friends and family during all these major holidays, and maybe not even holidays, and just enjoying the fellowship and time I have with them, because you never know when you may not be able to spend time with them again.
I'm thankful for my family and friends. I'm thankful for my church family, and I'm thankful for all of God's creation, and most of all, I'm thankful for Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior.
I'm thankful for my family and the support they give me, and just the time we get to spend together and everything we do.
I'm thankful for these 2 girls and my husband and my family. They're amazing, and I'm thankful God's given me this life.
I'm just thankful for the best family and friends anyone could ask for, and I'm thankful for my wife, Erica.
Well, there's a lot I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for my friends and family, the support they give me and what I decide to do, and I was raised in a Christian home.
I'm thankful for my grandgirls, Renee and Braylee, and I'm thankful for my entire family, my kids, my husband, and everything that God has given me and done for me has been amazing.
Now whether you're at deer camp, eating good, four-wheel riding, pranking each other, and just having a good time, or you're out in Kansas chasing turkeys, until next time, go out of your way to get a youth or a new hunter involved in the outdoors. Get outside and enjoy God's great creation, and as always, have a better than average day.
Music provided by Back Road Anthem and by Brian Matthew Ellis.
Yeah, I'm thankful for.
There you go.
I'm thankful for. Hold on. Hold on. I'm wiggling. Hold on.
I'm thankful.
I have a hair in my eye.
Here we go.
Seriously. Really. Let's do this for Steven, okay?
You see it? You see the smoke? Look at this. I just look like a moron there.
Thankful for all the things that.
I heard it. Sasquatch.